Thanks for coming today. Appreciate you coming out here. It's a short week this week, but an exciting week. It's a great opportunity for our team to play on national television on Thursday night, represent our university, represent our program. I know our players are excited, and we'll be excited to play. Probably the best thing coming off such a hard-fought game like we had Saturday is to turn right around and have a short week. We can jump right into this, and we got to jump right in and refocus our energy on a really good Miami of Ohio team. And I think that's probably the best case scenario for us after such a hard-fought game. So we did that. We did that in earnest. So far we've had a good week. I mean, we woke up Sunday morning. It was Tuesday. Yesterday was a Wednesday of game week. We had our longest practice of the week, last week, and today we'll tone it down a little bit. Tomorrow we'll have a walkthrough, and Thursday we play. We've had this plan in place for quite some time of what we're going to do with this short week, and I like it. I think the players like it, and I'm looking forward to the game. Nothing dramatic this week on the injury front. Josh Richmond, who did not play Saturday, he's out for this game. He's had a concussion. Expect him back on Monday for practice if all goes well. Everybody else's status is the same from an injury situation. Miami's a really good team. They really played well last week. When you look at their video, it was probably their most complete game as a team last week. Offense, defense, and special teams against Buffalo. They were clicking on all cylinders. You can see them gaining confidence as they go. They are obviously the defending MAC champions, and certainly a team that had a great season a year ago, and a lot of those same players back that have that confidence and understand how to win and to fight, and I think they showed it last week. On defense, they're an aggressive style defense. We're going to see blitzes from a lot of different places. Wedge, number 43, leads their team in tackles with 61. Kokel, their safety, is second. Their safeties are active. Hinckley and Kokel, two good players. Their front is very physical. And as a team, they have 63 tackle for losses, which is a high number. And they have 19 sacks, which puts them second in our conference on the season. They create things, and they have 7 interceptions on the year. So they're an active defense that has created a lot of things for their team. And on offense, the quarterback did not play against us last year, Zach Dysert. I thought in preparation for the game last year and watching their video, I thought he was playing as well as anybody in our league. And he had a tremendous day last week. He's an excellent player. Harwell, their receiver, number 8, 50 catches on the year, but he's averaging over 15 yards a catch. So we're going to have to obviously be conscious of him. They've been running the ball better the last couple of weeks, and they're explosive on offense. So we know we have our work cut out for ourselves, but we're excited about, as I said, representing our university, playing on national television, and a short week was probably just what the doctor ordered after a hard-fought game. With that being said, I'll take any questions.
When you came here, of course, with Notre Dame, you had the pro, and you were almost all pro last year, I think, then, and now you're getting more.
Now we're messing.
What's changed your mind a little bit?
Yeah, just I think it fits our team better right now, and after going through and seeing what defenses have been doing to us, I think this adjustment is more to help us counter what the defenses had done to us, and that was kind of a little bit what we studied at the bye, and we came out after the bye and went to this little at the line package in the pistol, and we liked it. The players like it. I think it fits our quarterback, and so we did it last week, and we had some more success with that last week. But really, our last 2 touchdown drives were our 2-minute offense. I mean, hurry up, 2-minute offense. I mean, that's what we were in the last 2 drives of the game. The pistol did give us some yards, and we did run the ball from it. We haven't changed our run structure. What the pistol does is still gives you the same run action, the same runs that we had if the quarterback was under center. And that's what I like about it, as opposed to being in the shotgun like some teams are all the time. This allows us to have our full offense at our disposal with the quarterback, 4.5 yards behind the center. And we've liked it, and it's been good to us so far. And if we continue to use it, we'll see if it's still good to us as we move. But we still have our other packages, our two back packages, our 2 tight end packages, and our under center stuff. It's still all part of what we do.
You go back and forth with it? Does that make it tough on the kids?
It does not because the play calls are not different. at all. It's just we add the word pistol before the formation, and that means we're in that formation, but the play calls don't change. The passes haven't changed. We haven't done anything. We're not zone reading. We're not midlining like Ohio U. We're not doing any of those things that sometime evolve with that. That's not what we're going to get to. But right now it hasn't been any confusing at all because it's the same plays.
Any communication problems with that? Is that the toughest thing, to get your call out to him?
It's not, because we're working off a number system. And so you know, I've been signaling the numbers to him, whether I'm calling it or John's calling it. I'm signaling it to him, and we haven't had any issues with that.
And then he calls.
And he calls it. He calls it. We have some things we say, and then he gives the formation comes from me automatically on the sideline, but he gets it, and then we get to the line, and he has some things he goes through with the players, and then we play.
So, because you're running that more, but you may or may not in the future, you're looking at it.
Correct.
I mean, where does that leave the fullback position?
Well, you know, the fullback position is playing short yardage, goal line. Nick carried on what 3rd and 1 or 4th and 1 last week.
Right.
There's going to be some things evolve with that. It's too early to tell. Right now, this is what this team needs to do, maybe to be successful. If we keep doing it, and then we'll just, you know, we'll keep week to week seeing what's the best way to attack teams. You know, if we feel like the best way to attack an opponent is to be in, you know, 2 backs, then that's what we're going to do.
Mm-hmm.
If we feel like it's the best way to attack an opponent is to be in 2 tight ends, that's what we're going to do. If we feel like our 3 receiver package is the best thing to be in, then that's what we're going to do. We eventually got to get to be able to do all those. But it's what gives us the best chance to attack the team we're playing, and that's all we're trying to do offensively.
Mm-hmm. Had over 300 yards total offense in the second half. Was that some adjustments, the offensive line playing better? What was the reason for the big
I wish I could pinpoint that. We were not very efficient in the first half on offense. I thought we were lifeless, quite candidly, and I told the players that. We had 32 plays in the first half for 77 yards and no points. We had 42 plays in the second half for 380 yards and 22 points. With the same players, playing against the same defense, running essentially the same plays. We just executed it certainly at a much higher level in the second half than we did in the first half. I think we gained some juice on the 4th down run for a touchdown by Juwan, and we just, you know, our defense gave us a chance there, holding them to a field goal when it was 20-9, and they made it 23-9. They gave us a chance to know we were 2 scores down, and we executed at a much higher level. We protected well, we ran hard, and quarterback I thought grew up a bunch in the second half, clearly.
What exactly was the mentality of going for 2 on that final drive? You missed a 2-point conversion earlier in the game. You would have gotten the ball back in overtime at some point anyway. What exactly was the mentality?
To win the game. That was the mentality. We had a chance to win the game right there. We're going to go try to win the game.
No second guessing?
No second guessing.
Never. Not that it would matter, but
no second guessing. I had a bunch of players, which I appreciated after the game, come right up to me and say they like the call, good call. I think we're all on the same page. We're trying to win, and we're going to grow as a program, and we're going to grow to a program that makes those plays.
Now, the 2-point play, was that one that you had in your mind? You know, when you said we're going to go down, we're going to score, and we're going to go for 2. I mean, was that?
That was the play.
That was the play.
Because we knew what defense they would be in. They're in exactly the defense that we thought they'd be in, and that was the play to go against that defense.
Now, is that determined on the field around that time, or is that something? Do most teams have a 2? You know, like
that's determined in the staff room during the week. Okay. We go into every game with 2 2-point plays, and during the staff room during the week, we're studying everything they do, and you know, we look at what they do in the red zone, the low red zone. Do they have any 2-point plays run against them during the year? If we're playing a team we've played before, do they have any ran against them last year? And what is their mentality on a defense at that time? Okay, and we felt like we were pretty dialed into what their mentality was going to be. We did not execute that play as well. They had good coverage on it, and to the victor goes the spoils.
3 out of the last 4 on the road. I mean, does that mean anything?
No. We got to play them wherever they are. Certainly, we want to be a good home team. I'm glad that we have another opportunity after this game to honor our seniors at home. But we got to grow and win on the road. That's the goal of our program, to make sure we do that, and we have 3 opportunities, starting with a great opportunity on national TV on Thursday night.
A couple of personnel things. Merriweather's gone.
Merriweather's left the program.
Did he tell you anything? Or?
Didn't like his role.
Jamar Williams, is he hurt the other
No,
day?
Jamar's out there in special teams. He hasn't played as much at linebacker with Troy returning, but he's playing a bunch on special teams.
From being down the field, I noticed, being a Stark County guy, you had, Ben Karam in there?
Ben Karam covers kickoffs.
He was a pretty aggressive kid.
He does. He earned that opportunity by being on our scout kickoff coverage team. And keep coming down that field and making it hard on our kickoff return. And so finally we said, okay, let's put him over here. Let's let him cover a kick for us. And we did it in practice, and he did a great job with it, and he earned that opportunity on the practice field, the old-fashioned way.
Stuck his nose right in there.
Yeah, no. Ben's a guy we really like in our program. We have a number of guys that are in our non-scholarship developmental program and contributing a lot, whether it be in practice or in games, and Ben is one of them.
He'd like to use the tight end a lot more too. Was that just because what the defense was giving?
Yeah, defense gave us. I mean, Clayton did a good job getting the ball to the tight end, and I thought Ryan did a good job running routes, and that was good to see, because that's a valuable part. When you can do that with your offense, that really helps you a great deal.
Brian Wagner's total tackles seem to keep going up every week. I mean, shouldn't he be wearing down by now, or is that?
I hope not.
116 tackles is a lot of tackles.
Yeah.
I mean, that's. But he's shown no signs of.
He's shown no signs, and he's a warrior. He's fun to watch practice. He comes to work every day. He watches video. He plays his butt off. What we've done is limited him on special teams. He's on one team. He's on kickoff coverage to help his tackle total. And in the past we've maybe had him on punt and things like that, but we've taken him off of that this year and have him on one team.
That seems to be an area of special teams that you've gotten better at.
We have improved there. I think it clear to the eye. Our punt team has done a really good job with coverage, protection, and our punter. And our kickoff coverage unit since the VMI game has improved tremendously. Punt return still has some room for growth, although it's getting better. Kickoff return has some room for growth, although it's been getting better. So I think you grow in those areas because we have some young guys playing, and all those phases. We have some young guys playing. So that's just going to be residual, I think, of continuing to play and practice and get good practice habits and understand the importance of special teams. Because, some of the young men that you get that are really good players in high school maybe don't play as big a role sometimes on special teams in high school. And when special teams is going on in practice, they're not actively involved. So now we're here, and this is important. The most reliable guys on the team are on the punt team. And so getting guys to understand the importance of that sometimes is a little bit of a process. But I like where we're at in special teams right now. We can improve tremendously here this week and in the weeks following, and we aim to do that.
I know ideally you would have loved to have redshirted those 2 Glenville kids that are back in the secondary. Is that?
Clearly you'd like to redshirt those guys because they'll benefit greatly from that, but proud of how they've been playing. Yeah. And they're gaining valuable experience on the field right now, Johnny and Devontae, and great contributors. And we're going to have some rookie things go on, and you don't like them, but you have to understand that's going to happen, and they'll just keep getting better as we go through. And Johnny Robinson has grown a great deal. Devontae started in the mix early on and just kept moving until he became a starter. Johnny started growing. At training camp he wasn't in the mix, and then he just kept practicing every week, and when he got his opportunity, he did a tremendous job with it.
Anything else?
All right. Well, thanks for coming today. Have a great day.
Have fun. Good
Go
luck.
Zips.
Good luck down there. Yeah, good luck down there. When do you